Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Last week I showed you a video of the installation of a Hiniker Tilt Lift blade on the front of the big ass station wagon. And today we're going to take a look at whether or not I can get that whole package in my garage and still get the door down. So it's going to be kind of nice having a blade inside and out of the elements. I think it'll be kind of nice to be able to install it and remove it from the truck in the warmth of the garage without my fingers getting cold and all that whiny crap. So what do you think? Is it going to fit? Is it going to fit? That's the question. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. Kind of tight. So here's the problem. Because this is a tilt lift blade and the blade is facing forward, there's no way it's going to fit with that toolbox sitting there. Yeah. But I got a plan. Generally speaking, this is not a high precision project. As you can tell by my worn out tape measure, 2 inches is somewhere roughly in here, and taking a Sharpie and put a 3-inch mark right there. Which is good enough for what I got going on here. Just want to keep them all the same. And there's no good even reason for keeping them the same. It's just, I don't know, sometimes you can be anal about that shit.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Alright. Gonna pop a couple holes in this 3/4 inch square tube. What the hell? I don't know if I've ever had that problem before. You gotta be kidding me. Give it up. There's some kind of burr on the bottom there. Huh. Alright, let me grab the other one. 3 inches, give or take, Sharpie thickness. And mark the other end here too. Alright.
Ignore that mess over there.
Yeah, a lot of projects going on. Okay, got a hole in there just as a pilot. Now I'm going to put a hole in there big enough. So I'm going to be using these tap cons. I'm going to drive it with this socket. I want this hole to be big enough for the socket to pass through one side. So I just take my drill index and figure out what size I need to get the socket to go through there. I'm going to put a hole through one side. Grandpa's old drill press needs a belt tightening, I think. Alright, so this is what we ended up with. I got a big hole on this side, a little hole on this side. We got our Tapcon screw. It'll drop through the big hole, and then it allows me to put the socket on here and tighten it up. And the only reason for doing that is because if the screw head was right here, then the cutting edge of the snowplow would slide across and catch on it, and I didn't want that. Alright, there's a reason they put these things on wheels. Alright, time for another boring job. Now for a sucky job. And I know, but if it wasn't for stupid jokes, this would be a really boring video. Alright, we'll throw a Tapcon in here. Good enough. Just enough to hold it in place. I'll get these other three while you run to the fridge and get a beer. So let's see if the big ass station wagon fits in the garage with a Hiniker blade on the front. Get the plow markers to clear the door, no problem. There's 6 inches on each side. And we got to get the mirrors to clear the door. No problem there. 4 to 6 inches over there. Next thing I'm looking at is the toolbox up front. Oh hell, we got 3 inches there. Just go slow enough. If I see the toolbox move, I'll stop. So the plan is just to pull ahead far enough so that when I drop the blade, here's my controller right there. When I drop the blade touches the metal strips that I put down. We just keep rocking it back and pull it ahead. And I can stop anywhere in here, because once I unhook the blade from the truck, I can slide it easily. Alright, I've got the blade on the ground, on the metal strips. I'm going to remove the blade. Let's jump on this side first. And I'm going to unplug the wires. There's just 2 wires coming through the grill. One of them is from the controller, and the other one is from the motor solenoid. So that's simple. Pop them off of there. We'll scooch back over to the other side. So what we have is the horns come off the truck, and you got the pockets on the blade. This pin runs through and locks the 2 together. So there's a safety clip on this side. We remove that, and then when we slide this lever over, you'll see that this piece goes in, and it's linked to the other side, so they both go in together. This pin is just being stored there. This one holds the kickstand up. Hey, we're not talking about motorcycles, but we're still sneaking in the old kickstand reference. Let's put the lock pin in with the stand all the way on the ground. This safety pin just goes underneath this big washer, and it keeps the It keeps this from collapsing if there was ram sticking out here, but it's all pushed up tight. So really, we're disconnected now. I'm gonna back the truck up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so that was pretty simple. Now the blade really could be pushed up against the wall, and that is just a matter of getting behind it and giving it a push, because it'll slide real easy on these metal strips. So the truck and the blade are no longer lined up, but I'm just going to have to get close to it to get it hooked back up. That wouldn't be the case if it was outside frozen to the ground or sitting on wooden blocks. I would have to get lined up just right. I'm just going to pull ahead till I see that I bumped something. Oh, I think it's going right in the pockets. Sure enough, I'm almost in there. So you can see that this saddle right here, this saddle is where this pin would go through. So I got to push this ahead. Technically you drive the truck ahead, but because of the slides here, I can just grab the mold board, give it a pull. I may have to jump over to the other side and bounce back and forth once or twice, but I'm doing it in the comfort of my garage. I'm not cold. It's all good. Yeah, maybe one more time. What do I got here? Let's set this down. Alright, it's really close. You can see the hole where it's got to come through. There we go. So I just grabbed the handle. Well, first I got to lift the kickstand. Put the locking pin in. Slide the handle over. You can see. Put this locking pin in. Remove this safety pin. Store it. Then I would hook up the wires and I'm good to go. Let's see what we got on this side. Yeah, I got plenty of room. I wonder if I can walk through there. There seems to be some resistance coming from this area right here. Well, if I'm going to do a project in the garage, I'm going to pull the big ass station wagon out anyway, so it don't really matter. So there it is. It was a tight squeeze, but we got her. I'm going to show you one more thing. Inside here, what I did was I did the old plunge bob square pants routine. Like, huh? I meant plumb bob. I got a plumb bob hanging from the ceiling right here, and I put a little sticky dot right there. And anytime the plumb bob is south of that sticky dot, I know that the garage door will close without hitting, as long as my trailer hitch isn't on there. So there you have it. Tight squeeze, but it fits. It's going to make hooking the blade up so much easier. I'm going to enjoy that instead of fighting it out in the snow And I don't have a decent level spot to do it anyway. So let's just pray for snow. Thanks for watching. Later.